I quickly bend down to grab it from the floor, not realizing Niall has the same idea. Y'all about to kiss each other. Hey you guys, it's China in Town here, and we're back with a new episode of Tailor Tales. So previously, last episode, we actually did 3 chapters, and the video pretty much went over an hour. So to those of you that actually watched the full hour of this whole video, get a round of applause, because you done did it. I thank you guys all for even watching and viewing my videos, each and every one of you guys. And I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week so far, even though the week just started. It's Monday at the time of this recording. But we're going to get into it. So we're going to do just 2 chapters today, since the last episode was just, crazy. Because literally, last video, I actually had everything recorded. Everything was perfect, literally perfect. But then it froze up on me. The OBS is what I record with. And it froze up on me. I was so mad. And so I pretty much had to start over. And it was just, oh my goodness. So we're going to do chapter 10 and 11 today. But first, as you all know, as you can see, we only have $100. And to do, we need $9.50. So we've been doing really good with our boutique here. And you see we glowed up and looking beautiful. So let's see, let's go to design. So we're going to do some clients real quick to get that $9.50. See, look, we got 600 coins out the blue. But these outfits still aren't it. Oh, no. Yo. Oh, there goes my name right there. That's so cool, y'all. Okay, so we got our money, 1,300. That's not bad at all. So we're gonna start right here, chapter 10 of Niall's route, and this is part 6 to this walkthrough. So if you're really enjoying this, if this is your first, I just want to let this be known. If this is your first playthrough, I have a whole playlist. It'll be in the description, so just click on that and it'll be episode 1 to this episode now. So please watch episode 1. I really enjoyed and appreciate it. This is a really good game. It is right now, it's free on Steam. Shout outs to Celianna for creating this game and putting her foot into it, because this is a great game. I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, the storyline is perfect, everything. So let's get into it. The blazer's all done now. Blah, 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 blah. The blazer is all but done now after pulling a few all-nighters this week. What? See, I would have fell out somewhere. I can't. I've been texting back and forth with Niall. He's insufferable in text as he is in person. And we decided on a date where he can come fit the blazer. Oh, I thought she meant like they're going to go on an actual date. I was like, wait a second. Is this where we really left off? But pretty much, yeah, if you haven't watched the previous episode, I'm going to leave a post up here, right up there. And so pretty much last episode, she got Niall. Niall, we all know how he is. If you've been watching this playthrough through and through, you know how Niall is. I just want to punch him every time I see his face. I just want to throw my laptop when I see his face. And pretty much due to us messing up his whole life, from his watch to his shirt, we decided, like, hey, let's make him a new outfit or something. So he comes by, we make him a new outfit, and we mess with them and F around with him and stuff. So that's his fault, okay? Yeah, we did that. I guess the most fun part out of this whole arrangement was when I woke him up with a text of mine asking him to remeasure his arm length at 2 a.m. in the morning. What? He belittled me as expected, but actually gave me the measurements. Haha, this sucker. At 2 a.m. though? Oh no. I didn't really need those measurements. I just wanted to wake him up at an ungodly hour so that he could suffer with me, considering I've been staying up this late for a few days in a row. Now, he probably stayed up anyway, just thinking about you, his creepy self. Oh yeah, and then last episode, he was pretty much stalking us too in the beginning. Misery loves company after all. I don't. I'm like, take that over there. So here I am, anxiously waiting for Neil to drop by after working hours. Finally, I get to be done with this guy. Whew, thank goodness, hopefully. But actually, we still have another 28 chapters. Well, not 28 chapters. We still got like, we have till chapter 28 to be done. So we're not done. The bell rings and the door opens. Neil walks in, looking quite posh and self-assured. There's always this overconfident aura around him. Cause he's rich. Like, if I was balling, I mean, I may be a little overconfident too. It might go over, a little teaspoon or two. But shoot, he got money. Good evening, he greets me. I nod my head at him. Come with me to the back. I lead him to the sewing room so that I can fit and make any small adjustments to the blazer. Neil follows me quietly, but I can feel his eyes burn a hole in my back. It's uncomfortable. Why would you let him walk behind you? That's why when you don't know somebody all like that, that's why you let them walk in front of you. Or if they're walking too much behind you, you need to get over to the side and let them pass through. If they're making you that uncomfortable. I'm just saying. Safety first, y'all. Safety first. Speaking of uncomfortable, I wonder if he'll react the same way again like last time whenever I touched him, jerking away from me as if I'm something disgusting. I mentally shake my head. He's a weird one, but after today it should be all over. I quickly grab the blazer that's prepped and hanging on the wall, then hand it over to Neil. I want to see what it looks like. In a deliberately slow move, Neil takes it over and inspects it with the hawk eye. He slides the fabric through his fingers, looks at the lining and the craftsmanship, and I start to feel pretty nervous about it all. Well, you did your thing and it was free, so he can't complain. To be honest, I'm preparing myself for his harsh words and criticism because I know that's exactly what he'll say. However, Neil doesn't say a word, and he slides his arms into the sleeves and puts the blazer on. He turns to face the mirror and check himself out, twisting his body from side to side to examine every angle. You guys, I'm so itchy. My arm. I woke up this morning and it felt like, something hit me upside my head or something. Like, all day today, my head was hurting. And I don't know what it was. It's been such a long time since I had a headache that bad and lasted that long. Because usually I eat something or, sleep it off and it'll go away. But this one, it was so persistent. So I drank like 3 cups of water and luckily it went away. So maybe I was just slightly dehydrated. So, that was that. But I hope everyone's having a headache-free day, migraine-free day. He looks quite dapper in the blazer. It suits him, but I can already see a few alterations I need to make. It's a bit too wide at the waist. I know it's Neil and all, and I shouldn't slave away for a guy like him, but it's against my principles to create sloppy garments. That's true. So, I ask him, impatient for his reaction. Neil sighs and closes his eyes for a bit. It's not anything remarkable, and it's a bit too wide at my waist. Doing all that time trying to look at, measure his waist and everything. I'm like, girl, my cheeks are already glowing pink, and I can't help but glare at him, even though he's right in that last part. What a thankless man. But it's passable, decent enough to wear. Just a few small adjustments, and people might actually compliment me for wearing it. I blinked at Neil. Was that a compliment? I stare at him in shock, at a loss of words. Neil notices me staring at him, and he gives me an indignant huff. Well, are you going to continue to stand there and stare at me in awe, or are you going to fix your mistakes? He sneers at me. See, this is what we're talking about. Like, he really goes from, just 100 to, no, he literally goes from, 27 to, 105. What is your problem? It was just the waist. Goodness grief. It's not like, it was ripped up and, she could do better than what I could. I don't know how to make a blazer. He quickly takes the blazer off and hands it over to me. Quit your whining. I'm doing this for free, I snap at him. I would too, please. I take the blazer and hop on over towards my sewing machine and start to narrow the waistline. It should be a quick adjustment, so it doesn't take long before I'm finished. The sound of the sewing machine's needle plucking down fills the room, and Neil's tapping his foot on the ground impatiently. Are you kidding me? Sounds like every other retail customer. Once I'm finished, I hand it over to him and he tries it on once more. Neil looks at himself in the mirror. The fit is a lot better now. All right, this seems adequate enough, he says. I sigh in relief. I'm finished. Then why'd it get so quiet? Where'd the music go? Neil awkwardly fiddles around with the cuffs of the blazer, as if he doesn't know what to say at that moment. Thank you? But then he finally does speak up. Someone might actually want to try and find out who the tailor is. At least its quality shouldn't put me to shame. I look at him weirdly. Is this another compliment? I can't tell for sure. It's so awkwardly worded. Are you so worried about what people might think about you? I ask. Yeah, you're rich. Stop. Neil raises an eyebrow at me in the mirror, then shakes his head. I don't waste my time worrying about inconsensual issues like that. Your actions say otherwise, though, I say softly with the roll of my eyes. Neil definitely cares about what people think of him. I mean, honestly, everybody does. Come on now. People always be like, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm a bad bee. But it's just like, the minute someone's like, girl, them shoes ugly, you be thinking about that all day. Talk about, man, is my shoes really ugly? I don't know. Dang, they are ugly. Oh, God. No! Just look at how much he cares what a blazer should look like. Neil turns around to face me. No one has time to be worrying about what the world thinks of them. They only really care about what a select few people have to say, says Neil in a low and serious voice. I'm a bit taken back by his response, as it sounds mature and well thought out, and I hadn't expected that coming out the mouth of Neil of all people. It actually makes me curious if he had someone in mind when he said that. So I look at him with curious eyes. I wonder who those people are. Does Neil even have anyone he cares about? Well, obviously, if you guys watched last episode, pretty much like we got to see his like workplace, and he was at a meeting or whatever, and he works at a hospital. So those are probably like already high ranked people than your everyday average folk, So he pretty much, he's probably talking about them. Because you just can't be going all crazy, can't come to them all crazy looking, and you're supposed to be professional, you're supposed to be working at a hospital, and you're supposed to be rich. So I can kind of see what he means by that. Does that mean you have a select few people whose opinion of you matters? Neil's cheeks flush a little bit with pink, but he turns his back on me to continue inspecting himself in the mirror. He doesn't say anything. As Neil is still checking himself out in the mirror, he speaks up. I'll be at a party next month. People will be wearing the most beautiful costumes from around the world. I'm sure even someone like you could learn something from seeing them. I bite on my lip and frown at him for changing the subject. What is he getting at here? And why are you telling me? I figured you'd be interested in a masquerade ball. What with you playing dress up all the time? Neil shrugs nonchalantly as he finally steps away from the mirror. I make clothes. I don't play. I stress the words, feeling insulted. Right. Really? You're really trying to come for us. I'm so tired of it. He hand waves what I said. Same thing. No, it's not. Then he leans down with his elbow on my crafting table. Leave my crafting table alone. If you break it, you about to buy it. Why do they zoom in on his face? Are you interested? Interested in what? I roll my eyes at him. You don't have to act coy. I know even someone like you. Ah, shoot. Okay, that was my phone. Sorry, guys. Turn that down. Okay. You don't have to act coy. I know even someone like you would love to be invited to a ball, no matter how low of a status they have. My nostrils flare up in anger. Listen here, Neil. Under no circumstance am I interested. So, I've got an invitation right here. Neil completely talks over me, and he takes something out of his back pocket. It's a cream-colored envelope. He shifts it between his fingers, looking smug and full of himself like always. Speaking of envelope, the other day I bought like this big envelope package because I bought some clothes off this website, and they were both supposed to be my size. But when they finally came, I was so excited. But neither one of them fit, so I have to take it back. but now I can't find the envelope I bought for him. And it was like a $2 envelope. I know, that's like why are you complaining about a $2 envelope? But I'm just like, it was a $2 envelope. Even you would be grateful to be invited to such a high-profile event. You could create your own costume and show off your work, Neil smiles at himself. You should be thanking me for even thinking about giving you an invitation. I'm so tired of him. You guys don't understand. How dare he talk about me like that? I take the envelope out of his hand and slam it on the counter. Who says I even want to attend? Don't just go ahead and make decisions for me. Neil looks taken aback, but then he shakes his head a little, and his arrogant face is back to normal. Yeah, that was really rude. There's a lot of people, celebrities even, who show off their various designer costumes. I think it would be wise to accept this invitation. If you want to make a name for yourself as a tailor, it's an opportunity for you to create some connections. He's got a point. If it's anything like he describes, people would be flaunting their costumes, and perhaps I could make a name for myself and snatch some celebrity as a client. Right. See, that's smart. See, girl? I mean, we definitely don't have to kiss Neil's butt, but that would be a perfect opportunity. I mean, it's presenting itself clear as day. So, girl, if you don't take that invitation. But I don't really want to admit this to Neil. My pride won't allow it. Right. My eyes are focused on the envelope. I'm conflicted about it. I thought I was going to stop seeing Neil around any longer, but now he's waving this invitation around in my face that could definitely be good for my business. I mean, look at his face. I mean, it says it all. Like you thought you was done with me? So I would take it. Are we going to get an option here? I really don't know what to do. And what do you want in return? I finally ask. Uh-oh. There's got to be a catch. No way would Neil offer this to me for free. Right. There's a sly smile on Neil's lips. Uh-oh. What, he's gonna ask us to take our clothes off or something? I might give it to you if you beg, he says gleefully. Oh no. He's talking about some begging. Do we look like we beg on this channel? No. I refuse, I say immediately. Neil frowns, then takes the envelope from the counter and tucks it back into his pocket. I don't care. I don't. Very well then. I see this invitation is not wanted. I will enjoy going there by myself, showing off the best costume at the party, and feeling comfortable knowing you wouldn't be there to spill wine all over my outfit. I'm done. He said spill wine all over my outfit. I mean, shoot, you can act like that. I can spill the wine now. You play too much. Get out my office. My cheeks sting a little bit. I wouldn't. Okay, that's not what I was that is not what I was intending for him to say. This is not. No, because he's talking about begging. I'm not about to beg for nothing. I'm not. Please. So he wanted us to beg for the invitation. No, but we're not doing that. No. Why would I beg for anything? I guess I overstayed my welcome here. I thank you for this blazer. It's not much, definitely not worth the price in return for my wash, but it will do. Enjoy your evening, Pooper. I sure will. Don't ever. That just made me, oh my goodness. Talking about some begging. Neil fixes the blazer by the collar, then walks out of my sewing room. I'm left there feeling frustrated. No, don't be frustrated. Really? Finally, I thought I was rid of Neil, but then he dangles this shiny prize in front of me, asking me to beg for it. No way. I've still got my pride. Neil can go ahead and visit that ball all by himself. I'm not attending. Exactly. I started to clean up my workplace, and a little while later, my phone buzzes. I stop working and look at the phone. I got a text message from His Majesty, which is Neil, because we finally, we're 10 chapters in, we finally get his number. Check your mail. Curious what he means, I quickly checked out my email, and there's nothing new. I'm confused, so I write back. Mail? There's nothing in my inbox. You mean like the mailbox outside or something? You can't be this daft to not realize I meant your actual mailbox outside your store. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, girl, really? He would have said email, not mail. My cheeks flush in embarrassment. Quickly, I go to the front of my store and check out the mailbox. Oh, we gotta fix the outside though. Look at that. That is so ugly. I need to fix those window panes. That is not cute. I can feel my heart skip a beat as I open the mailbox. There's a cream colored envelope inside. It's the invitation. I quickly open it and read it, unable to contain my curiosity. Okay, so it says, Royal Masquerade Ball. You are invited to the annual Foresters Masquerade Ball. Wear a mask so no one can tell your true identity. Hide it well. See, I'm telling you, Nielle's a Gemini. Oh my goodness. From 8 o'clock till midnight on October 10th. How many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 hours. That's good. That sounds like a fun party. There's an address to the venue on the back. I'm frowning at the invitation. Nielle wanted to give it to me no matter what I said, and I wonder why. Why does he want me at the party? See, we didn't even have to beg. I wonder what would happen if we were nice and, asked or whatever. I can't imagine it's because he thinks we're friends or anything even remotely close to friendly with each other. But then why? Why invite me? Is it because he wants to show off his own costume? I'm pretty sure he got his own tailor that's making a costume for him. Perhaps he wants to rub it in my face that his so much better than mine. Well, just you wait, Nielle. I'll make a costume that'll dazzle you. Ooh, we about to be looking cute. I mean, look at us already. We look like amazing already as is. So shoot, our dress is about to be poppin'. But you guys, that was chapter 10 of the Nielle's route. So that was a good chapter. But I didn't like that with the begging thing. I'm like, oh no, this is what we're not about to do is beg. Like, I helped you out, and I mean, you're the one that invited me first. So what you mean I gotta beg? No. So 1,500. Okay, so we can make that easily. No, I can't get that one song. What's his name? Lil Nas X. He's like, well, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. Ride till I can't no more. I love that song. But it's crazy that he got that song got taken off of it got taken off of like Billboard Country or something. I'm just like, I something like that I could saw coming because they make country music so whitewashed now. It's just like, are you guys kidding me? And to tell him like, oh yeah, you can't have your song on there, but yeah, it was like people, but yeah, like there was a Post Malone song on there, but he's nowhere near country. So I'm just like, how's his song on there? But yet you got this whole black kid singing the whole country song. Like everything about it was country. Like yeah, there was a little trap added to it, but still the whole sound, the lyrics in itself to a T was country as F. So it's just like, how y'all gonna take him off of Billboard Country and do that? But that remix with Billy Ray Cyrus, that was just my life. I was like, yes. Apparently that's like that song came out like months ago. I'm just like, why am I just not finding out about this song? I feel so late. But I think that would definitely be a thing though. Watch. I think country and trap, that's a good mix. That's nice. So now we're gonna do chapter 11 of his route. So we got our money, we good. But I hope you guys are really enjoying everything so far. If you're new to this channel, new to this, if this is your first video of this whole playthrough, there is a link in the description for the playlist and the previous episode. So I've asked that you guys watch it from the very beginning to now, and we can only get better from here, okay? So, oh shoot, I missed it. Okay, wait, I'm so sorry guys. I mean, maybe you guys read that. No, stop. Okay, let me see. Okay. Today, Sarah and I are going shopping together. I asked her if she wanted to join me as I was planning on buying a new cell phone. Okay. It wasn't because of Nielle's comment about my phone still having buttons and looking like a fossil. She has to have a flip phone. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, she getting a little, she getting shook. Regardless, I decided it was kind of time to upgrade to a smartphone, especially since Sarah keeps asking me to download this app so we can chat together. I figured she'd be the best person to take me with on a phone shopping trip. Oh my god, I'm so tired of Sarah. If this is gonna be mainly her and Sarah, I think I might do one more chapter because I don't really care for Sarah that much. It's just like she's just there. which I don't mind, but it's just like, do I really want to mess around with the there type of person? Okay, let me see. It's like Destiny's Child. Like, we're like clearly like Beyonce, and she's just like Michelle. Like, just there. We enter the electronics store, and I look around at all the phones that are on display. The price tags are pretty brutal. Which one do you have? I asked Sarah. Sarah walks towards one that looks sleek and black. This one, the Imprim 6. Big, but still compact enough to fit in my pocket. I don't know what I should pick. The price tag on Sarah's phone is $6.99, and I would prefer not to spend so much on a simple phone. Girl, get within your means. That's all I can say. I remember, this was years ago. Like, what, back in 2014, 15? I think 2016-ish. I had this phone. It was a Samsung phone, but it was touch. It was a smartphone. It was touch screen, and you could slide up and it had a keyboard. And I loved that phone. Like, that was my favorite phone of like all my phones I've had. And you know, it just started acting. You know how phones. Everyone knows how phones get. Like, I've had that phone. I had that phone for a good solid 2 years, 3 years. No, it was 2 years. And, you know, it was just getting slow. It was just, you know, it wasn't getting any better. So, you know, I had to go and get a new phone. Which, I mean, I liked that phone after, but the phone I have now, it works really good. But I am looking to get a new phone sometime soon, but in due time. Sarah gets distracted by the camera lens in the next aisle, and she gleefully hops over to check them out. And meanwhile, we're by ourselves looking at phones, and here comes Niel popping out of nowhere. Look at these lenses. I really should upgrade mine. I like a lower aperture for indoor photography. I pretend to know what Sarah means and nod my head, all the while looking at a much cheaper cell phone. Right. What if she just got another flip phone that was just a little bit more pricier? I'm like, girl, really? The cell phone I'm holding is white with $249 price tag, and I really do not know what the difference is with the one Sarah has. Perhaps you simply pay more for a brand name. That could be it. Yeah, that's totally it, because iPhones are just sky high. And nothing against iPhone fans, but you never catch me with an iPhone. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's just how I do, okay? Nothing against you guys, but that's just me. I wish I could go too, says Sarah all of a sudden. Huh? Go where? I asked, looking up and seeing her head pop out over the shelf. Sarah walks back to where I am. That masquerade party, of course. No, Michelle, you're not coming. Right. After I got that invitation from Niel, obviously I told Sarah about it, and she's been green with envy ever since. Oh my goodness. Want my invitation instead? Now, let's not do that here, okay? He gave the invitation to you specifically. He asking us to beg for it, but yet in the end he still gave it to us in the end through your mail. So, no, don't give it. No, please say no. Can I? She said, super serious. The pictures that I could take, I'd love to photograph some of those costumes in a ballroom. You know Niel's gonna be so pissed. I'm almost tempted to let Sarah go in my place. She seems way more eager about the idea than I am. Now, wait a second. That is not what we were trying to say here. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm only going there in the hopes of finding some clients, I say dejectedly. Niel is rich after all, and I'm pretty sure he only mingles with rich people. I don't like to admit it, but he is right when he said it's a big opportunity for me. It could bump up my revenue. It could, so I wouldn't turn down that offer. I know, says Sarah with a sigh. I can still dream. Have you decided what to wear yet? I can't even decide on a cell phone, let alone my costume for a masquerade ball. Oh, we about to be popping. You know, I'm about to make a whole outfit dedicated to that masquerade ball. I'm about to spend my money and make a whole outfit. Y'all gonna see it in the next episode, okay? It's a surprise. So if you guys want to see that, please watch the next episode. No, but I guess I should be diligent and make something that wows people. I love to wow Niel, make him stand there looking speechless at my craftsmanship. No, you want him to fall in love with you and stop being a little smart butt. I'm sure you'll make something beautiful. I have no doubt about that. I give Sarah a smile. She always seems to have my back. Now, can we get back to why I came here in the first place? I still don't know which one to pick. Sarah laughs and then continues looking for a cell phone with me. Ooh, I'm thirsty. She eventually convinces me to buy the white one I had in my hands before. It has a 5.5-inch screen, a front-facing camera, and does everything a smartphone should do. It's my first smartphone, so Sarah helps me set everything up, downloading the app she thinks I would need, and explaining how to use the camera touch commands. After a while, I think I understand everything well enough, and Sarah and I part ways. When I'm home, I fiddle around with my new phone. Oh, that's cute! I'm entering my old contact information, copying the numbers and names from my previous phone. I even enter in Neil's number, so listing him as His Majesty. To test it out, I sent him a brief text on the chat messaging app that Sarah downloaded for me. I'm unsure if Neil has it as well, but she assured me that most people own the same app. Got a smartphone now. Oh, got a smartphone. Now you can't complain it's a fossil anymore. I smirk at myself. Neil isn't the only one with a fancy phone anymore. It's not the most expensive model that he probably has, but it's something. About 5 minutes later, it vibrates and I check. I can only assume this is Pooper, who doesn't feel the need to introduce herself in her first message to me. Really? Yes, it's me. You're so smart for figuring that out. Want a pat on your back? A simple compliment will suffice. Good boy. That reminds me of the Incredible scene, like the first Incredibles, when Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible were talking to each other. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm not a dog. What? Could have fooled me. He doesn't reply anymore after that, and I'm a little bit disappointed. Yeah, it's a lot more fun to rib someone when they reply back to you. It is. I guess I should start working on my costume for the masquerade ball. My dress is well on its way. The patterns have already been cut out. I just need to stitch it all together. I can't wait until Niel sees it. Speaking of Niel, he just entered my boutique. I stand up straight, surprised to see him here. Niel? I question him. Niel looks around the place, dropping by to see your progress. You mean my costume? Yes, why else would I be here? You came to check out your competition? Neil sticks out his nose in the air. You cannot compete with my vastly superior Tailor. He's a huge name among very famous people. I sigh out loud. Did you come here just to brag? You could have simply done it through text. I point out my cell phone lying on the counter. Neil's eyes perk up a little as he sees the device. He walks over to inspect it. Is that your new phone? He picks it up from the table without my permission. Model A5 Pixanna. That's an outdated model. My eyes glaze over as he rattles on, regarding some technical info that I really don't care about. Why didn't you get the latest version? He asked. Because my pockets aren't lined with gold. Besides, I can call and text people. That's all I need. Thank you. I'm not a big phone person myself. Like, as long as my phone can call, text people, and maybe some internet too. I mean, that's all I need, okay? Right. I almost forgot. You're quite poor. Really? You're gonna just throw that in my face? Thank you. My cheeks sting with a blush. Why is he always this hostile? I'm not poor. You couldn't pay to replace my watch, though, he points out. No, I'm not replacing that. Normal people don't just have 6,000 to drop at any moment's notice. I walk around the counter to stand in front of him. I don't have the time to listen to you calling me poor. If you're done mocking me, how about you leave? Niel rolls his eyes at me. I didn't come here to point out our differences in wealth. I came to see your costume. Well, I'm not letting you, I answered childishly. Besides, it's not finished yet. Why don't you send progress pictures with SnapPic? He asked. Oh, SnapPic? What is this, like bootleg Snapchat? I'm so done. I heard Sarah talking about that. She wanted me to use it so we could send pictures to each other. I don't quite understand the concept, though. I don't have SnapPic, I admit. Oh? It's a free app, though. Anyone can get it. I just don't really know how to install it. I can't figure it out, I say with a frustrated sigh. I take the phone out of Niel's hands and turn around, unlocking my phone and looking at the screen. A friend of mine wanted me to get it as well. But this is all very new to me. It's very confusing. Smartphones are a mystery to me, and I'm still learning the ropes. It's frustrating to be behind on technology like this. Here, let me. Suddenly, Neil appears behind me, his head hovering over my shoulder. Instinctively, I freeze up at our proximity to each other. That's way too close. So wait, oh, wow. His slender fingers reach out for the phone in my hands. He flicks his index finger across the screen, browsing through it. You've got to find it in the apps shop first. Niel's breath is but a hair away from my ear. Oh, ew. I'm done. Do you always breathe down people's necks? Neil, you're a little too close. Oh, we gotta be fierce with this one. Fierce option's too funny. Do you always breathe down people's necks? I ask out loud. Neil swiftly pulls himself away from me, guilt and embarrassment flashing across his face for a brief second. I wasn't that close, he says awkwardly as he fixes his tie. Then he lowers his eyebrows at me. I'm just trying to help. You seem to be unable to navigate your own cell phone that even most children are capable of doing nowadays. Well, sorry. My parents didn't have a lot of money when I grew up, so I never really got the latest technology. Not everyone grew up rich like you, I bite back. Both of us glare at each other, not saying a word. This happens like every other chapter. The tension between us has gotten thick and suffocating. Neil crosses his arms as he finally breaks eye contact with me. He bashfully shovels his feet on the spot, then stretches out his hand towards me. Here, just let me do it for you then. I bite down on my lips, staring at him for a couple of seconds, but I hand over my phone. Neil's fingers start tapping on the screen, something he seems quite familiar with. Within a minute, he's done with whatever he's doing and looks up at me. There, you've got SnapPic installed. It will import your contacts from your phone, and you'll have to create a profile. Oh, well, that was fast. Thanks, I say, feeling a little hesitant. Neil's about to hand over my phone, but then his eyes flicker across the screen one last time. He cocks his head to the side. Who's His Majesty? My eyes bulge out. He's reading my contacts. Wow, he is nosy. Really? No, don't read that, I yell out, frantically reaching for my phone. As I try to take my phone back, I end up bumping it out of Neil's hand, and it falls to the floor. Damn it! Neil takes the tissue from me and quickly wipes away the blood from his lips. He's still wearing that shocked expression on his face, as if he truly doesn't know what to do. He looks frightened. I take the bloody tissue from him and throw it into the trash. How long do I have to pinch? He asks impatiently. About 10 to 15 minutes, so don't be in a hurry to let go yet. Neil grows quiet, continuing to hold his nose while looking down at the floor. A few minutes pass by as we stand in silence. I can't help but chuckle a little at the situation. Seeing Neil so helpless and frantic in front of me is golden. What are you laughing at? He asks. He says so nasally. Sorry, it's just a little funny. Is this really the first time you've had a nosebleed? And what of it? Is this something common with you? Do you often excrete blood through your nostrils? I don't know, not often, but everyone I know has gotten at least one when they were kids. Oh yeah, I had a really bad one when I was like in second grade, I think. First or second grade. Like I was just like my nose, I don't know what I was doing, but like I just like, I think maybe my nose was just really itchy, or I think maybe my allergies were acting up or something, but I was just like rubbing my nose constantly, and then like all of a sudden all this blood came down, and like my hand was like it was bad. Like all my classmates were like, you need to go to the bathroom. And the teacher came over and was like, okay, go to the nurse office or something. I was like, oh my goodness, it was embarrassing. Like it didn't hurt or anything, but it was just like, it's like I never seen so much blood in my life. This is when I was like, what, 7 or 8? I was just like, what the heck? I was just more like, wow, than like nervous or shocked or anything. It was just like, that's a lot of blood. I recall the times I've had a nosebleed before in my life. It's kind of amazing Neil has managed to live through without getting a single one. Right, not even like the ones where, if you're like, sitting in like a dry, aired room. Like, I know sometimes you get nosebleeds from that. I know I do sometimes. Like, if the air is really thin and dry, my nose will be like, I'm like, what in the world? Figures the first time I got one is because of you, he mumbles. What's that supposed to mean? Well, this is your fault, I huff. It was an accident. It's not like I wanted to knock into you on purpose. You sure about that? You love breaking my things after all. Okay, so we got the options again. The fierce one is, as much as I'd love to hit you, this time it wasn't intentional. Those were all accidents. I promise I'm not doing anything on purpose. We'll be nice this time. Those were all accidents. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. Honestly, as much as Neil deserves a slap or two from the things he's said to me, I'm not going to actually hit him on purpose. Neil tries to huff at me, but because he's pinching his nose, it just makes him yelp and panic instead. Neil quickly composes himself. You can't deny that being in your presence increases the probability of my belongings or body getting harmed. I'm sorry. What would you like me to do about that, huh? I asked, a little annoyed. We're always annoyed in his presence. Really? How about you stay away from my face from now on? He is so annoying. I ignore his warning and take a step towards Neil. Uh-oh, whoa. Nonsense. Let me see how your nose is doing. Back off, he says in a shrill voice, taking a step backwards. Neil looks really distraught, so I can't help but grin and corner him against my counter. Dang, you about to kiss him for real. Not another step, Neil warns me. Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little step I make, be together. Just let me take a look. It's been long enough by now. Don't be a big baby. No, what if my brain falls out? Really? I laugh. Are you sure you've gotten any brains left in the first place? Neil glares at me. Har. It might be funny to you, but I'm the one bleeding. I promise it'll be okay. My hands reach out towards his nose. Neil surprisingly slumps his shoulders in defeat and lets me remove the hand on his nose. His arms fall to the side and I let go of his clammy hand. Ugh. I study his face, seeing only a smidge of blood near his nostril still, but it's not bleeding anymore. How's it look? He asks nervously. Surprised by Neil's vulnerable look, I can't help but stare at him. His guard is usually up and he's constantly arguing with me, but here he looks fragile and a little scared, all because of a nosebleed. You know, I start in a soft voice. My hand stretches out towards his face, using my thumb. I press it against his upper lip and wipe away the bloodstain. Ugh. That's going too far. We just met this dude still. Really? For someone who works at the hospital, you know surprisingly little about medical emergencies. Neil turns his head to the side, then pushes my hand away from his face. I'm not a licensed medical practitioner. There's no reason for me to know what to do with a nosebleed, he argues weakly. Well, Neil, it seems the bleeding has stopped. You can breathe a sigh of relief now that your brain hasn't fallen out. I chuckle at him. Neil's cheeks turn the slightest shade of pink. Oh, how cute. He's getting embarrassed. That's what he gets for calling me poor. Don't patronize me, he barks. He slicks away from me and the counter and skips towards the exit. I'm leaving. I can't help but snort and wave at him. See you at the party. Be sure to take tissues with you. Oh, goodbye. How long is this going on for? Jeez. Neil opens the door and dashes out the boutique. I'm a little gleeful that I got to tease Neil like that. It feels good to bring him down a notch from his pompous attitude. I can't wait to rub it in his face when he sees my glorious masquerade dress. Now, if our outfit is better than the masquerade dress, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Okay, that's not gonna be anything that's our doing. Okay, a client request. You have an important client waiting for you. Complete it to unlock the next chapter. Well, that's nice we get a free chapter, but oh my goodness. Remember, if you guys think, what was it, part 3? Part 4? They had us do a client request, and it just took forever because we didn't have the colors, we didn't have the pattern. It was frustrating, but hopefully this one's a little bit better. So we're gonna do that next episode since I'm only doing two parts this episode. So we did 10 and 11. Next we'll do, depending on how long it takes, we'll do 12 and 13. So I thank you guys all for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this part. This is part 6 of Tailor Tales, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I've been doing a lot of thinking and constructing, and I definitely really want to promote my channel more and just promote me as a human being more. So I decided I wanted to open up a Twitter account and probably like make a Facebook too. I will definitely post the links when I get time, and it's still in the works. I'm still trying to, conjure up things and ways to, promote my channel more. And I definitely could use your guys' help, no doubt. So if you guys have any ideas, any ways I could critique and do better with my channel overall, I would definitely appreciate it. I would definitely love it, and I will thank you for it big time. So yeah, there's that, and I am going to be getting my new computer soon, so a lot of the stuff's going to be transferred over to my new computer. So hopefully once I get my new computer, I can start, doing video recordings. You can see my face and be like, she's so pretty. I'm going to do my best, okay? I can't guarantee that, okay? So if you see some cracks on my my webcam, just know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay? Right now, I think that's the only thing I really wanted to talk about. I really hope you guys love my new little, not my thumbnail, but my profile picture. Isn't that cute? I think that's a good representation of everything, okay? So if you guys really enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment your favorite part of this video, especially my singing. I really want to try to I really want to do a lot more singing too. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Even though that wasn't how I seriously sound, okay? I sound way better than that, okay? I'm just saying. But definitely subscribe, most importantly, and also share. So I will see you guys next video. Next video up will be Sims 4 Host Club. I'm trying to get that up and out the way. And I have started kind of thinking of conjuring up things for the last episode. Because it's going to be a machinima type. The very last episode is going to be a machinima type video. So expect that, enjoy that. So I will see you guys next video. You guys, I will see you soon.